If you're tailgating here in Sanford Stadium, kickoff is at noon against Kent State, and temperatures are going to feel around average for this time, which means we are going to see some showers mid to late week this week. And the past couple of days, we've had a high pressure system that's been dominating most of the southeast region. It's been a bit of a wet morning here in Atlanta, but as we look towards game time, luckily, that rain's a setup of our atmosphere. That's due to our jet stream bringing down this cold Arctic air into the south, and it's really going to stick around. In the early portion of this week, we saw some much needed rain here in Athens, but overall, it's been really dry for the later half of this week. We're going to see a cold front in the northeast, which does have some precipitation along the border. And as we continue to track the remnants of that low making its way into the Atlantic, the moisture in the atmosphere is just a little bit lower, which is keeping those higher temperatures feeling nice and comfortable. Tonight at midnight into tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., when much of North Georgia and a couple counties south of I-20 are going to be in a freeze warning. So start to dissipate, and by the time it gets to Georgia, it's just cool and dry air. Now, moving forward to the rest of the week, what more could you ask for? Sunny and warm conditions all the way throughout the rest of the week into our weekend and even into early next week. It's going to be chilly 20 degrees by 7 a.m. tomorrow in Lexington. So it's some rain, but we are looking for the potential for that to become severe tonight. The great news is if you're heading to South Carolina, conditions are going to be very similar to what we have here in Athens. Let's talk about the timing of that for just a second here. If you're heading in to Athens, we move towards Thursday night. The story doesn't change too much. Still going to be chilly overnight and into the morning. We will have By now, you've likely heard of Tropical Storm Nicole, and this is what it looks like right now off the east coast of Florida. And although it might not look like much, we definitely want to pay attention to the track and intensity of this storm. So over the next couple of days, we're going to be tracking the movement of this storm. It is a tropical storm right now, but we do expect that it's going to make landfall on Wednesday as a Category 1 hurricane. It's going to move up through Florida and then through Georgia, and then it's going to push off the northeast coast. Now, in Georgia, that means we're going to see some heavy rain as well as winds up to 40 miles per hour. But I do want to pay special attention to these watches and warnings here. So this area in pink is our hurricane warning, and these areas in orange are our tropical storm warnings. But these counties that are outlined in orange here are our tropical storm watches. So even if you're not outlined in this county right now, you want to pay attention, especially if you're up here in South Georgia, because we could see this be extended over the next couple of days. Now, what does this mean for rainfall both here in Athens and in Mississippi? By late Thursday night into Friday, we're going to see that storm start to push up, and that's going to bring some rainfall with maybe some heavy embedded downpours. But by Friday evening into Saturday, we're going to see that storm start to push through, and that cold front's going to make its way through, which is going to leave us clear here in Athens and in Mississippi for our game day. That cold front also means we're going to see some cooler temperatures over the weekend and into early next week. These areas here in blue are our cooler temperatures, and that's going to drag down into the southeast, making for, again, just a cool weekend and a cool early part of next week. What does this mean for tailgating, though? Game starts at 7 p.m. at Mississippi State. Clear skies, and we're going to see some wind along that frontal boundary. But again, paying special attention to those temperatures. Highs are going to be in the 50s, and lows are going to be in the 30s. So if you're heading to the game or maybe heading out afterwards, you're definitely going to want to make sure you have a jacket on you, as it is going to be much cooler. Taking a look at our 7-day forecast here in Athens, Wednesday is going to be nice and beautiful, high of 66 degrees. As we head into Thursday, that rain percent is going to start to increase up to 70% by the evening, and then on Friday, 90% chance of rain. As we head into our weekend and that front pushes through, it's going to leave us with some clear conditions all the way into the start of early next week. But again, much cooler temperatures. We're going to see highs in the 50s and lows in the lower 30s. Make sure to follow both PJ and I to stay updated on Tropical Storm Nicole and as we look towards Saturday's game conditions.